Is Amazon a safe place to work? Recently, there was a Washington Post article talking about how Amazon warehouse workers are suffering serious injuries at higher rates than other firms. In this video, we're going to talk about first the benefits and perks of working in an Amazon warehouse, and then we're going to get into some stories specifically about this guy, Bobby, who is currently in a neck brace. We're going to get into what exactly happened to him and a couple other stories of people actually a lot younger than him that also got injured at Amazon. But first, what are the benefits of working at an Amazon warehouse? Benefit number one, the barrier to entry to work in one of these Amazon warehouses is pretty low. You really just need to be at least 18 years or older, and you must have a high school diploma or equivalent. Not only that, Amazon is open to people that other companies aren't open to. For example, in between 2018 and 2020, Amazon filed 30,058 labor condition applications for H-1B visas. So Amazon is seen as a very immigrant-friendly company. They file H-1B visas all the time, and they're very open to people that just hold a green card. Not only that, Amazon is also open to hiring felons. Not every company is. For example, Costco actually won't hire felons. So for people that have made mistakes in their past, Amazon will still hire you. Reason number two, there are Amazon warehouse jobs all across the country. There are jobs in Nashville, Tennessee, Illinois, Fort Worth, Texas, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. You don't have to live in a high cost of living area to get one of these Amazon warehouse jobs. The pay is usually around $18 an hour. Not just that, there's also sign-on bonuses, sometimes $500, sometimes $1,500. But yeah, one of the huge benefits is you don't have to live in San Francisco or Washington, D.C. That $18 an hour goes a lot further in some of these lower cost of living areas. And finally, we get to one of the main reasons, and this is kind of what attracted Bobby to working for Amazon as a 52-year-old guy. We'll get into that in a second, but here's a couple of benefits for people that work for Amazon. Medical, prescription drug, dental, and vision coverage, 401k savings plan, and they will provide a 401k savings match as well. Paid time off, holiday overtime pay, resources to help improve your overall well-being. One of these is actually meditation. They'll actually help you learn how to meditate, and discounts on Amazon purchases. But one of the main benefits is the Amazon Career Choice program. It offers hourly associates flexible and tuition assistance to learn new skills. They will pay up to $3,000. And this could include tuition, it could include books, but they're only willing to pay it for high wage, in-demand occupations. So to see a full list of that, you would just go to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. They have a list of high, very in-demand occupations. So Amazon will pay up to $3,000 for 4 years. And this is kind of what really attracted Bobby. I think he wanted to wanted to work with planes. To compare this to a company like Starbucks, for example, Starbucks offers eligible partners the opportunity to earn a bachelor's degree with 100% tuition coverage. Starbucks actually does have a better benefit than Amazon. But you basically have to go through Arizona State University's online degree program. So it's a lot more niche. Amazon's program is a little bit more open. So that covers the benefits of working for Amazon and in Amazon warehouse. So what is going on with this article? Amazon warehouse workers are suffering serious injuries at higher rates than other firms. What happened was the Department of Labor, through the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, which is OSHA, periodically they study and they do studies on how many injuries are occurring at different companies. So they cover Walmart, they cover Amazon, they cover Target, and they really look at how many serious injuries are going on. And this is pretty unbiased. This is just the United States Department of Labor. They don't have an agenda. They just typically want the truth. So here is the data going back 4 years. In 2017, there was 6.5 serious incidents per 100 full-time employee equivalents, which is pretty high. And as you can see, the serious injury rate has been going up for years from 2017 to 2019. In 2019, it peaked at almost 8 serious incidents per 100 full-time employee equivalents. Recently, in 2020, it's dropped, and that's really interesting because of the coronavirus pandemic. Amazon has been doing fantastic during the coronavirus pandemic, so it really does seem like they're improving things, but it's still almost double non-Amazon warehouses. So people are getting injured at almost 2 times the rate as, say, Walmart, Target, and some of the big retailers. According to Debbie Berkowitz, a former OSHA chief of staff and senior policy advisor, she thinks the company's targets are too aggressive. The pace of work, the amount of twisting and turning is enormous, says Berkowitz. There's constant pressure to work very fast, and this just goes with the Amazon culture. Amazon is always trying to move extremely quickly. They have a very startup mentality. They really have figured out how to draw as much labor from their people as possible. So what happened to this guy, Bobby? So this is Bobby Grosvenor. He's going for a walk after May 5th. He had a surgery, and he had a herniated disc from an injury at an Amazon warehouse. So this is kind of what happened to Bobby. A week before Christmas, when the warehouses were busier than ever, Bobby, who's 52 years old, he came back from his lunch break and he found several of the bins full of products he was responsible for. He quickly tried to remedy the situation, and he was racing to haul bins and put them back on this conveyor belt. A lot of these products are more than 25 or as much as 25 pounds. By the end of the day, Bobby couldn't move his arm. The next day, Amazon moved him to light duty, and then 2 weeks later, a doctor diagnosed him with a herniated disc. So his injury was one of more than around 25,000 reported cases at 638 Amazon warehouses in 2020. So the injury rate is pretty high, but keep in mind there's 638 Amazon warehouses across the entire country. This is a picture of Bobby and his sister resting on a bench. And as you can see, he's in his neck brace. So what came out during the Washington Post interviewed Bobby, and he shared with them the Amazonian's Guide to Health and Wellness. And it really describes how intensive, how physically taxing these jobs are. And they call them actually industrial athletes. Some warehouse employees will walk up to 13 miles in a day, while others might lift as much as 20,000 pounds by the time their shift ends. So that's a lot, 13 miles in a day. Keep in mind, a marathon is a little over 26 miles. Some of these people are walking half marathons every day just as their normal job. So this is like a great job if you want to get in really good shape and maybe you want to lose weight. But for men that are older and for some women, and we're going to get into 2 stories about women that got injured on the job, there's an easy chance for you to get injured, especially if you're not lifting things correctly. Here's another example of someone that's much younger that got injured at an Amazon warehouse. Safiyo Muhammad was another one of the workers injured. She's 26 years old and she immigrated from Somalia. I was looking for a better life, she said. She wasn't aware of the dangers of working at an Amazon warehouse. During the peak holiday season, she raced to move totes with goods off of a conveyor belt before the next ones arrived. And just like with Bobby, she had a back injury. She went to the doctor after she was feeling pain, and basically he told her that she had a slipped disc and that she would avoid heavy lifting at work. So this doesn't just affect men that are over the ages of 50 years old. Women in their early 20s can also easily get injured on the job, and pretty much anyone has the potential of getting injured on the job. Same with this girl, Vanessa Melezio. She was 26 years old, stepped onto a large metal cart to lift a heavy box. The wheels began to roll, and she landed hard on the concrete floor. And 15 minutes later, her arm was throbbing. She didn't have a back injury like the other 2, but she did have a fractured elbow. So as you can see, there are pros and cons to working for Amazon. They will provide tuition assistance. They will hire you if you were a felon or if you're an immigrant. They're very open to hiring many different people. But keep in mind, the injury rate is pretty high, and it can be very expensive to go to these doctors, even if you have health insurance. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you like content like this, and I will see you in the next video.